Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy Thursday evening to join me. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to Hannah over at the local dispo who had to remind me six different times what today was, like the day of the week. You feel me? So, yeah, I appreciate that. I was really not sure. It was weird because I they have different deals on different days, you feel me? And I went into the dispo and I was like, I didn't know what day it was. It was weird. It was really weird. I mean, sometimes I usually have more or less a timetable of where I'm at in life. But wouldn't you know, earlier I had no idea. I guess the same could be said for now, even. It's just the truth. I'm sorry. The truth is an easy thing to sell when you're as shameless as I am. It really is. It's one of the easiest things to do. And in fact, tonight, I got to preface by saying a whole bunch of different professional, sort of sidebar kind of just disclaimers. A lot of disclaimers speak. But first of all, obviously, if you drink one, pour one down. Or if you smoke one up for Gene Hackman, because the old dude passed away today, you feel me? And he was a really good actor. He was in some really good movies. Honestly, probably more of a boomer Xer type of actor. But in the movies that I just always remember watching Enemy of the State before Will Smith decided to slap Chris Rock, that happened a few years ago. But regardless, which really made me kind of weird about Will Smith movies just because I feel like he's trying too hard. And that's kind of the purpose of tonight's vlog, okay? Listen, I gotta be clear with you guys, and let's finish giving the old man, a send off with a moment of silence as it concerns his untimely passing, you feel me? And also a resident of New Mexico, so all right. Shout out to Gene Hackman again and all his family. You feel me? Talented actor, lovely dude. Now let's get into all of those disclaimers that I am wanting to get out of the way. And so much as I want to be so clear with tonight's message in that you shouldn't try too hard, okay? With anything in life. I've learned this. It's taken me nearly 40 years of a succession of successful failures. The only thing I'm good at in life is failing. I've succeeded at mastering the art of failing. But regardless, I just, don't try too hard. It'll get you nowhere. It'll just get you, you'll be like one of those hamsters in one of those wheels, or moreover, like in the new episode of Abbott Elementary, if you're keeping up with it, you feel me? Where you at? But Baby Cheeks, or Sweet Cheeks, got lost in the episode most recently. I didn't see if they found Sweet Cheeks, but I'll definitely check it out. Anyways, don't try too hard, okay? Because if you try too hard, you're gonna unfortunately end up looking like Will Smith. You're unfortunately gonna end up looking like the topic of tonight's topic, which is something kind of like, okay, so here goes the disclaimers. Kathleen Kennedy. Listen, ma'am, I think you're a badass, okay? Honestly, seriously, not just as a woman, right? But as a person, you really are. You are responsible for some of the biggest blockbusters this country has ever seen. And I think that's dope. I think that's really cool. I think that, a big part of me, a big part of thousands of people out there that stream or make content or do whatever it is, write, produce, direct, all of these different things. You feel me? You're at the top of the pyramid. And I just got to get that out of the way. Kathleen Kennedy is a very accomplished and successful film industry pioneer. I mean, people like her and Steven Spielberg have entertained us and have made sure that we're distracted in a world that ever so calls for distractions. You feel me? In a positive kind of way, they've brought to light many different sorts of motifs and different kinds of themes that run through some of their, again, major blockbusters. We're talking E.T., we're talking Indiana Jones, we're talking Star Wars. I mean, again, Kathleen Kennedy is hands down one of the most influential and successful Hollywood acclaimed personalities, just all around. She's badass, okay? Now, All right. That was the disclaimer because, again, we all know here on the channel how much of a fan I am of old people. You feel me? Boomers in particular, and especially, the quiet generation, those that are left around, and all the grumpy Xers. You feel me? Like, honestly, okay, my feelings have never they're never going to change, okay? Because, well, you guys were supposed to tell us, what to do in life and how to become better people. And unfortunately, you failed in both of those regards. But it's okay, no problem. We're here to pick up the slack and hopefully be able to not just pick up the slack for us, but, you, because you're an ever aging population that requires so much more care. And it's going to require decades of more finance going into an ever dwindling pool of things like Medicare and Medicaid. I mean, hit up your local politician. Friendly sidebar: universal health care. We're one of only 2 or 3 developed nations in the entire world that don't have it. All right. So again, that was a big disclaimer. Went off on a sidebar for a bit there, but listen, when the news broke yesterday that Kathleen Kennedy was going to retire and step down, I honestly, I was extremely happy. Now, why was I happy? And on the contrary, also to supplement that, I'm sure that I'm not the only person under the age of 40, much less probably her own peers even. Again, being at the top doesn't make you a lot of friends. And most notably, she's a shark. This lady gets what she wants, you bet. And that's just the way it's been for 40 years, now going on 50. Again, this woman is a badass. However, at some point, we gotta stop trying. At some point, the story's gotta end. And this is really the only way that even in literature, a successful story can be made. That's just it. A successful story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. As much as we don't want things to end as just little sentient Homo sapiens here on this traveling ball of rock going through this big space that we know nothing about, you feel me? Like, I just feel like we need to not try so hard. That's ultimately because, when we try too hard, we forget about all of the cool things that actually matter in life. And it's actually not putting up blockbusters for 5 decades. It's actually not continuing to be in charge or, continue to be the person that is the boss. Again, like, stories got to come to an end, y'all. The best stories in life have an ending. This is how the world works. Not everything is forever. I mean, that's just kind of the way that it is. Things change. It's kind of cool. Enjoy it. Be existential. Be atheist. Be religious. Go cray in all different types of worship way. You feel me? And that rhymed, and I thought it was kind of cool. But all I'm saying is that it's an experience. I think overall we can agree that whatever's happening to us, whatever our conscious is whatever's going on. This is an experience, and I get it. I'm one of those people that wants a good story to continue. I binge watch things. I am a normal person. This is part of the experience, is learning that as much as we want some things to continue, ultimately we have to understand that things must end. And we must be appreciative of the things that happen in between, you feel me? And not be so worried about, like, still making Star Wars movies going into the 2030s when, like, the president of the free world's not just a criminal, but a geriatric one. The United States has not just produced a criminal as the leader of the free world, but let's remind everyone that the dude is geriatric. And this guy could be all of our great grandpas, including the guy that's talking to you right now in the comfort of his own bed, talking to his phone. I'm almost 40 years old, and this dude could be my great grandpa. I'm just saying that, like, at some point, boomers, quiet generation, old Xers, like, you gotta give up. You gotta step away. And you have to trust that, all of the cool work that you did. And honestly, this isn't gaslighting. I'm not misleading. Like, truly, I open this up by trying to demonstrate all of the cool things that I offhand know about Kathleen Kennedy, because again, As much as I didn't want this to come off, again, this woman is a very powerful woman, like, and it's just, it's hard for these people, I'm sure, to step down and live a normal life. If anything could be close to ever normal again, you feel me? Because of their involvement in all of the very um, billions of dollar projects that have occurred through most of their lives. You feel me? I get it, but come on. I'm just saying, Kathleen Kennedy, with all due respect, stop, retire, give, being the president of Lucasfilms to somebody else, to somebody that's going to recharge the franchise, to somebody that's going to extend, legacies, canon, somebody that's going to revive anything at all except for what's going down. Like, volume is one thing. One Star Wars movie a year for the last 10 years. I mean, come on now. Any Star Wars fan 20 years ago would have absolutely jumped at the thought. I mean, I think that collectively, most Star Wars fans can, with confidence say that it's pretty enjoyable content. However, it's not the kind of content that it was for the people that were around in the 70s and in the 80s. I mean, again, and you can get that back because that's the kind of power, this intrinsic value this franchise literally has on it. But it's too muddled right now. And I can't believe that she's going to be the president. And I can't believe I was that happy. And I can't believe that whoever decided to break this story, I'm sure they got fired. So take it from some random nobody just doing nothing with his life kind of guy, that there are some people that seen that article. And for what it's worth, I'm sure, just know that a lot of people went to bed for all night thinking that they'd wake up the next day, like, with some sort of announcement from Disney on, like, who may or may not be the next president of Lucasfilms to replace Kathleen Kennedy, because she's got to understand that stories end. Things have a conclusion, and even all of the best stories, I'm certain, have an end. Just like this vlog. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. My name is Albert. This was Vlogs About Nothing. Thanks for watching my show. Thanks for being a part of my life. I really do appreciate it. I can't tell you enough, so I guess I'll just keep telling you. You feel me? So have a really good night and take care of yourselves. Bye.